and voice plans them we go fit you lifestyle. Try the Colat Mini for just 70 Leon and get 2.5 Mbps speed for 7 days. You can need data anytime. Your bundle they give you fast internet anytime you day. For you can prefer customized plan. Your own bundle they make you select the exact data and voice package where you need. Find the best data and voice option now na Max it. Download the app and stay connected.
You want to do more faster any Sayude? The EcoBank mobile app they puts the power of banking na you hand. The app they make you able for pull cash from any ATM or express points. You don't even need a card. Send money across all 33 African countries them with rapid transfer. Transfer funds locally or internationally. Pay bills them like school fees, lights bill, even tax. All just with one tap.
That's not all. The app safe to make you able for buy to pop for you AfriCell and your Orange Lights now. If it creates virtual card or load your prepaid card direct from the app so you can shop online with no worry. When you want to surprise your party, just send them one redeemable token where you go cash out. And if you don't go shopping, just scan and pay with your EcoBank Pay.
EcoBank mobile app fast. Convenience and security all day na you want. Download the EcoBank mobile app today and bank the smart way.
EcoBank, a better way, a better Africa.
Welcome back with me, Ishmael Zebangura, and it's not Good Sports with the country on 103.9 FM and we broadcast live from the station at Hillcourt, Freetown. And as we continue the program, we continue with the updates that we're on the get, and this time we'll go directly to the NBA. Also, I'll see the NBA don't take its tremendous turn. OKC win at the defending champions, the face of the Lakers, and then get a 2-0 lead right now in the Western Conference Final. And also Minnesota Timberwolves, the face of San Antonio Spurs, and San Antonio Spurs don't take the lead now in a 2-1. And we don't see Victor Wembanyama don't put up outstanding performances. They don't get a 39 points, 15 rebounds, 5 blocks, and 3 points that we make. And then we win the game against Minnesota. We have been 115 to 108. And then we go to the Eastern Conference Final. We now between one of them now the semifinals now between Detroit Pistons and Cleveland. Detroit Pistons get the lead right now to go 2-0 lead, and also the New York Knicks, the face of Philadelphia Sixers, and then they're up right now by 3. And we don't see Jalen Brunson only do exceptionally well. We get a 33 points, 5 rebounds, and 9 assists. Now, player where he can be discriminated about in height, but always they perform when it comes to the playoff. And the Knicks become victorious with 108 inside game 3 to 94 points. Now Embiid then get for look into them and see how best they can even fit in. And now we go to local sports. Osai football only make a tremendous turns. Team they don't the face relegation and other things they don't happen. But we get a lot more for talk about. And one of the fixtures that we go for happen on today now Bantal FC get for face on with Bafo Strikers. We get for happen now SLFA Academy 4:30 Eastern Lions get for face on Port Authority at the approved school field on the 9th of May. We not today. Bo Rangers as well get for face Star Sports Academy on Sunday the 10th of May at the Southern Arena Bowl. And also Cambo Eagles get for face Usum Stars on Sunday the 10th of May at Kenema Town Field. And Mighty Blackpool get for face Slifa FC on Sunday as well at the SLFA Academy 4:30. Abacha City get for face Diamond Stars at the Academy School Field on the Sunday the 10th of May. But we move on now to the world of basketball, local basketball. We say the Afrimoni National Basketball League don't they take a tremendous turn. Don't they see teams that we would think say not come out victorious, don't they win? And for example, the likes of Moridin Heat, we the team where they play, we not to be the favorites, but they come out victorious despite the Moridin Heat are a well experienced team. And the game we play yesterday have been between Kennedy Nets and Goldrich Blazers. So say Kennedy Nets will become victorious by 70 to 59 points. So now all that we get inside this updates that I will get for now. And now we dive deep into the topic with me guest, when I Trevor Turner and I coach for Cannon Warehouse Basketball Club. Welcome again, sir.
Yes, thank you very much, Zay.
Well, now you know say basketball now something we don't go in recent years. Na salon we don't see a lot of players then they go abroad through scouting and educational programs then within they get with colleges and whatnot. They say the likes of Kaba, where now they play they play for an high school university where it only perform extremely well in the likes of Isaac and we got another player in the Philippines when in Tosh. At instead of another player we don't play extremely well. But firstly, before we dive into the conversation, I watched the game on Saturday, coach, and I noticed one part of the thing that we very, very challenging for basketball is that the electricity. These don't begin from the tell we play park, Victoria Park, and one of the ten them like if we play, then you notice say lights just go or fuel done at the generator. We therefore pause the game and wait till them go buy fuel, then come back light. These are some of the challenges that we face. And waiting at your own perception about Dandy, I want to get for deal with Dandy.
Well, first of all, for deal with that, I feel say before they make better plans for combat situation like that, because like you said, from we self you won't send them when they get constraints like that one day. Sometimes you go there, lights go or like you say the generator go run out. Yeah. But come to think about it, by the completion of the rehabilitated stadium, because I see the kind of power plants where they fix, and they go able to give you sustainable electricity for the run games, but that not by the completion of the stadium. So for now, I guess we as a family, the basketball family, we for make better plans for combat situation like that one day, because you not tell well for game don't go to middle of the game, lights go or generator gets some small issue, let's say not fuel, but some other issues might pop up because now machine. So for the puts like probably a stand B, a plan B, another standby, just in case the one way would use. Just suggestion for combat.
Yeah. And a lot on they happen at the basketball. They see a lot of improvements now. Players they don't they go all the wide and also get a lot of players that now we don't drop out of the sport. But now we see the younger players then coming in, then they perform extremely well. The likes of Nathan, the likes of Arun, the likes of Wakanda, they get a lot of young players then we don't they come up now they performing and now the high peak we think say basketball competitive right now, and they continue for talk with people and say may then continue for show support to basketball, not only football then a salon for watch, and one of the things that we don't think say I think we make basketball an exceptional sport is that most of the time that we don't get games, it's very difficult for me to see ending fit. Football, you can go watch the likes of the Parade incident, SLF recent incident in the FA Cup final between Star Sports Academy and Eastern Lions. It's very difficult for me since than they happen with basketball. Now, a game with very disciplined, a very intellectual. They can say how you play basketball. Now, so you intellectually,
Yeah.
basketball not like any kind of sport where you just they play. As you play them, now so you mind it open because by how you play, now that they determine the person you actually be in society. Yeah, I can get down there as well. But basketball is something we don't be challenging for players them in terms of medical injuries and whatnot. I see the likes of this player who be getting red flames. We be get an injury. I can't recall the name. Rap J Wala. Rap J be get this injury we get for gone for years up till now. We're not making comeback. It's not the league. They play basketball, but they play the same way, the same competitive way they play anymore. So in terms of medical, I go watch the game recently on Thursday, and I notice then they play the game, but they not get any person when a medical person with the even not in each team self, but at least a medical person with the federation can put in place and say maybe they in charge of both teams. Any bruise, elbow, or whatsoever might come out of it, go there as that first aid we go render to the players and I think that's something very important to get for look at. But coach, I may dive into that. What do you think are the things that we can get for put in place in terms of medical for players?
Well, first of all, like you rightly say, if we never get a medical attendant, as in for both teams, each team get their own within the carry it. We can get one at the table, we provided by the federation. We're ready for seek any player, any attention, we get hurt during the game or before game or after game. you know. So come to think about that, it get for cost money, you know. So federation they try, federation they doing best. But the other thing where Akilek for say, we need the corporate houses to come on board. Afisel self they try, but we need more corporate houses to come on board and support these individual clubs. Because if the individual clubs are being sponsored, then get fund on their own, then get an account or something running, incidents like that with Rap J will be sorted because something there corner where you able to seek, take for medical. You know, a lot of players don't go through medical. Even the unveiling will go people self the same thing. Injuries that we pull from here affect and we go under. We all go through that scene and day. Because first of all we play on a hard floor. All that running and jumping, it take a toll on your body.
Your body, yeah.
So by the time the age, if you're lucky, you can play till 35, going 40. Others they get hurt by mid 30s and can't do much anymore.
Some even 29,
yeah,
they will
even
play
look
again.
like James, James MVP.
Yeah,
He been
James.
there for last play for 4 chance.
Chance.
He win the league set for 4 chance this last season. They get a lot of me and talk recently. They tell me, but I say yeah, I say the same thing. We all go through. I say, but you know, na small. I say if you dey play now, you go dey pick the game them where you dey play and not go full on
Yeah,
every game because you know how hard it is on your body
Yeah.
to recover. So like for that, like for this natural I go notes and I go talk with the president going forward for the playoffs. We could try forget one medical attendant we could be present every game. Any of the team will get serious injury,
Okay,
then we
attend
begin
to
link into our anthem. Then if you need further, then can carry on to hospital. But that first aid for always there around during game time.
And also we don't see now the league don't they go in a level now we don't they compete with bigger teams them and we get this YC tournament where they make with count the Liberian team and the Salon team will perform extremely well. We don't see the female team as well. But female basketball development it's something we need to talk about. You know, it's not just about we demand them would they play sport or just about male dominance and all that. But female basketball also the inclusion of female. We don't see in recent years that they get games that wouldn't organize for female. But how important is it now for me to bring the female basketball league just as we get the Marampa Mines Women's Premier League? That's Salon.
Well, firstly, we all know say basketball now like a secondary, football now the leading sport globally, right? And even in this country at some time when we be the play or before we say basketball we don't go to like the second sports, not the one in the country. So bringing the female up to standard with the female football league, it will take a little bit of time because one football don't they grow through the female rank since we small because I can remember I get one my auntie Joyce we end up being chair lady Canon Wells. He take care of the president for Canon Wells for a long time. And ex football player, he play with them, Supele them, play with Phony them, and all them one and So me growing up, I see a lot of female footballers, and the game don't actually develop. For like we under 16 or we youth teams them female they go out there and win something that tells you how much football long go. So for let we say reach that level there, we could get there, but it will take some time because one thing I always with the advocates for through the federation and now for take the game to schools. If we can spread the game to the schools, doing that we be able to tap into a lot of young both male and female players there.
Exactly.
When now from there you they develop them for camp na the league. Okay, let's take example place like Liberia we me know and a lot of we don't go they play there, we know. One thing we then they do then get on like a system from school. When you come out school, you go play one division two or so. If you're good enough, you're big enough, go tall enough, probably one coach will risk you and move you up to division one straight from school. But normally you go from school to Division 2, then you can go up. Then they don't groom you for come up. So if we can get the girls for start for play, let's say from 1, from 2, we don't begin teach them basketball from school, definitely in like 5 years, the female basketball will reach that level.
Yeah, for sure. And I remember back on Thursday, I go watch that game between Freetown Lakers with MB play, and I noticed then they play and we see droplets of rain begin come. And where rain begin come, we know basketball, the only facilities them will get now outdoor courts them. And as soon as rain begin come, we get for pause play and wait till the rain stop, then you continue for playback. I think I'll ask you this. How important is it now for get an indoor basketball court for a country wherein basketball only they play dry season? How important is it for get an indoor basketball court?
It is so important, like I can't wait because the project then at the pipeline, for Lewis Self will get we own force indoor basketball courts. Because ever since we play, now one thing it always affects Sierra Leone basketball. Because if you look at it, we only play 6 months. Only the smart players will take that other 6 months wherein they come, no call off season, and put in work other sides in the gym and other side with them weekend.
Stretching,
yes,
mental preparations and all that.
Work on your plyometrics, work on add on your vertical, do some leg work, then then you're ready for the September. You begin your preseason and go. So this now one thing with the affects we players them overall. Because places like Guinea where they're ahead of we in Liberia now, I can remember Guinea get them forced indoor courts 1999.
Imagine.
Yes, that was the first one. Now they get multiple indoor courts, 2 or 3. Liberia get themselves sometime early or mid 2000 where they cover that place now, SKD. So if we say, by the grace of God, if we say able to get one, then they don't help a lot of basketball players for play 12 months basketball. Because waiting normally can happen, you self don't go through that. When the rain come, a lot of people call it off season, which is wrong.
Yeah.
There's no off. The off day not day for basketball player. You train every day. Every day you for do the work, you for do something.
Exactly so.
So if you they train for 6 months as a team, when the team stop, when the rain come, the team stop for train, you as a player for aware say, oh, this rain season, let's do something else. Because we not get so and so and so. So you improvise till we they get down the boat. By the grace of God, we go reach it.
Yeah. And also, don't they see coaches then they face a lot of challenges them, and when they get challenges there with equipment. And I just want to give a shout out to people in initiative beyond basketball. We at least don't age some amount of teams them, or not to all Ebugi, where give balls, cone and all that thing. But how important is it for me a coach get all the equipment there for the help them players them, give them the right amount of training, right amount of preparedness for play and represent Salone, not only the basketball league now, but represent Salone globally?
Well, first of all, equipment now 1. 2, even if it's not indoor, but we lack facilities. We not get enough basketball courts for teams for train. That now 1. And come to the equipment. It's so important to get the equipment there because you need them for one day-to-day drills. For example, you say you want one shooting drill, but you get 12 players, but not practice. You want a quick shooting drill, but you only get 2 balls. It takes so much time than you get 6, 8, or 12 balls. So you forget a bag of balls. Whenever you can practice, you roll them out. Doing shoot around, everybody can get a ball and shoot around, do the stretches. Team practice begin, and when you get to drills where you need multiple balls, you know who's train. When you get to drills, you need cones, you need ladder, you need all kinds of things. You need access to gym because starting 10 and you need the player then for hit the gym. You need all these bits and pieces for run a team. Equipment's now one major thing, but thanks to people for the donation to various clubs, and then also thanks to the federation also, because as in for balls, the federation did shape balls.
Yeah,
to,
yeah, yeah.
You know,
And
various clubs.
then we get a partnership with AfriCell where then we come and give a lot of equipment them to teams them, various teams them,
Yes.
some amount of things that we then go to use for at least make them keep going. And also we don't see the improvement we they don't get with Moraldo court as well.
Yes.
At least it's not an indoor court now, but at least
Yes.
it's in a standard wherein if we play self-drive season or basketball, we play drive season, it could be a court where you know things say you do up to standard at least for salon level now.
For Salon. Yes,
You know?
that's a very good initiative.
Yeah.
And then people and they say Giants of Africa, and they all over the place. You know, I see them do one recently now, Conakry, we just like how they do that one, Moraldo, so they unveil and back. You know, so they do a very good job, and then they will boost the level of the game for players in that community.
Yes, the eastern part.
That eastern part, because a lot, if you watch the league now, a lot of players come up from the east.
Exactly.
And if you look how the courts scatter across Freetown now, the courts were accessible to basketball players. You get more basketball courts on the east than the west,
West, yes.
now.
Yeah,
We get
but
access.
first have been west to be get out now east don't they dominate.
Yeah, because sports zone are private,
Yeah,
YC
yeah,
are private,
private.
so in a constant
They
one.
one day.
So call all the other basketball courts, them Meridian hits them courts, Grammar
Four
School,
chance.
Four chance them courts, Godrich them place not to full courts, not just half
half
courts, Belia Park.
Park.
That's it. Then the stadium where normally we dey wait for now like open because they now be we on training ground. Now make we say they go through all this constraint now for get a venue for practice. First we go and pay for you.
NSA. And all them changes and the one, you know, on I can always they cry out say football they receive more funding than basketball. The government to give more funding to football because it's a national sport than basketball.
Yeah.
Which are the things the owner don't put in place for able to generate more funding can to basketball?
Well, up till now, that make me say me go appeal because for like as for government, once the government's for looking, basketball they thrive, but they go through a lot for grow. And we presidents actually they push because since he come to power,
Yeah.
we've been to places. The under 16, for example.
Yeah. Rwanda,
First
yeah.
outing, we go get silver na the zone 2. First time for go zone 2 under 16. We come back home with silver medal. And then we go qualifiers, we qualify. Even when they bring strategy for eliminate most of the players, not for play, so no qualify, they say for test.
Okay. MRI scan we
scan,
become.
bone test and all that, and they foresee the eligibility. Now 6 players no more pass the test. Even with the 6 players, we still play the qualifiers and qualify for go Rwanda. That tells you basketball they go. It's a growing sport. These are new kids on the block, young bobo them, 15, 16 year. Even one of them a player we go in okay again.
Yeah, Benjamin Davis, yes.
You know, so that don't tell you say basketball nothing for what you get for looking to basketball. So all way through the appeal, we know say football na number 1 sports. No winning, no doubt. But let them look into we small thing way them go give we for push the national, not just for the clubs, because the country they push. Now we remember under 18. Yeah? So would they appeal to the new NSA ED? Let look into the situation. We need to ask for much, not just small number for push this game where we all like for go before.
Yeah. And also then get a lot of things that we didn't get for do, not only for the government as well. Like NGOs that we want come into this for help younger people them.
Corporate houses and them all.
Exactly. So they help younger people them the likes of example people this initiative when I personally they fund them and all that they help the federation a lot in terms of ball and cones and at least boost the morale of the young players then when they come up at least say we get people that we don't go through the league and don't reach that peak then they look down
For give back.
say we get for give back to root we come on for help them players there And also we get a lot of young players and now they perform extremely well. You call the likes of Benjamin Davis, we go for the Rwanda under 16, if I'm correct. We go, come again, and now we don't get a team wherein they get for play ball.
Yes.
They don't get a team now where they play in a ball, and now in a big competition for Africa. It's much like the NBA of Africa, and where they perform in an extraordinary manner. A person we go to my own school as well, grammar school,
Yes.
we don't reach that level. Yeah, at least they don't do well for in pace where they go at right now. And also one look at initiatives that like waiting grammar school don't do and other schools they don't do. How important is it for make each school, at least the popular schools them will get inside the country of Freetown, for get basketball court within the surroundings? Grammar school get them, Edwards get them, Prince of Wales get them, some other private schools them as well back get them. How important is it for get basketball court within your school surrounding for aid them player they for prepare them from a younger stage for cow them up to the league?
It's like everything, because na the base that one, na the roots, na the seed they begin grow. If the more we get other schools for copy that and get them own basketball courts, now the more we see young talents them where we can tap into. Now, for example, we try for those school league probably after the game. We've been the highlight schools, they like we highlight them, so both private schools and government schools we get them own basketball courts. Say okay, now then school there will start with first. We run a clinic for them, P teachers, so then self could be a little bit oriented. And if like we talk earlier before the program, even if they're able to pick up, because not everybody can teach basketball. That's one thing I know. You get forget inside you for you will give them out to someone else. So we can send young coaches, old players, elite players we know waiting the game they're about, for go to these various schools, help coach them school teams, prepare them for the league with a small stipend or whatever. I think he supports them for their transportation back and forth. For the go train them, picking there, develop them. When the league starts, we use then schools there, we get basketball courts for start. But if others can incorporate that and build them own, because one thing I can see, all the school them, I must see one or two picking a street with him ball, defend basketball courts for go play.
Yeah, you see any weekend
or you don't kick in school, you get ball, then they want for play. They really want for play. I meet a lot of young boys who are the work with, where they outside the team, where they help, and they reach out and they help them for develop. They want for play. But like you say, the more basketball courts we get, the more talents they will go see. For example, this AfriCell sponsored junior NBA clinic we were on for 2 days in a stadium.
Yeah.
I see a lot of height, tall kids, tall picking the one on one day see. Take a few contacts, talk to one Uncle Seth 2 days back, where I want begin work with. He's tall, 15. So most of them kids there in our school, we can able to develop them for the under 16. Because like Benjamin, I work with Benjamin just 9 months before we make this trip to Guinea, Rwanda, Senegal. Now he's in South Africa. Just 9 months. I can even remember one day where I forced him for play the Division 1. We begin to get afraid. Come with me, say, coach, I'm facing a Division 2. I will play this season. I said, no. When you play Division 1 now, you make that under 16, then you take them from there. I say, once you are, sports now, we're young people play. And they're all day in a school. So if we can tap into these schools, send coaches to the schools for develop the picking and day. If the school gets a P teacher way oriented in basketball, fine. He will do the job there. If not, we will send a volunteer there. We will develop the school and get them ready for the league. The more play school league, the more we will be able to feed in eligible picking them within the age category for the under 16. Under 18, few go don't see it with the college, probably in 4th year or so. You can come for the under 18 once you're eligible. For the under 16, we need the schools for them because almost 16-year-old everybody already played the league. Pass them Fosa, like I did for Benjamin. There was 15 plus. Afosa. And then they help on a lot because again the thirst, again the eye opener before we go there. That one.
Rwanda under 16.
And we're going to do very well. For we get the highest player efficiency rating. That tells you basketball the go and it ain't at the youth them hand. I believe the young one they really come up. So now they will tap into then say catch them with the young. So you catch them with the young by 10 and the 15, 16, 17. You don't get serious elite semi-pro basketball players. I know call because by then they go they ready for go pro now.
And also we don't look at the initiative they bring around basketball now for joint education with basketball. We're very, very important. And basketball now sport wherein just like any other sport, not they just go on your own without education. Therefore, the same way, so balance the two, your academics and playing sport. And one of the things they would on the see the SLFA, Sierra Leone Football Association, on the do in recent years, and for provide wisdom at least for coach their younger players there. Their younger players with experience, players that we don't go through the league, don't always then do a basketball. And at the retirement age and come in, get at least coaching practice where then will go through, like for example, it can be a 6-month process. You go through and at least you get some amount of certificate or paperwork for sure. How much important is it now for me the basketball federation itself start for getting kind of initiative then they for at least get a lot of players them experienced veteran players that we go to look now. If I party closing out to my retirement, I might go for this coaching course, and from there I begin coaching junior players there, begin grow up and start going for more coaching course, higher rank coaching course, and make into a situation where I need to get a basketball coach with the out of salon self where they train big clubs. How important is it for me the basketball federation now get a practice like that and they coach?
Well, normally it can be a clinic, then can go on there coaching courses, sorry, not a clinic, coaching course, which can be funded by I think NOC, IOC, NOC, and FIBA. And then the federation gets himself your cost, I think, for host and the inland transportation. But then he always send an expert with the carry on a coaching course. Some of we do, like I do me level 1 FIBA coaching course 2002. I do me level 2 2004. And then after that they not been bringing another course for the level 3. So as it is, yes, it makes sense for get an expert for one another course because you get a lot of young coaches now where you quite correct, they not get any certified
paperwork for sure. They are actual verified coach
man qualified for
do this
coach
work.
at this level because some of them now ex-player them, some of them just come into the game with the law and start acting as coaches and then continue so they can get this clinic for the coaching course for them, but also the theory they advocate for as of now, where I really they appeal to the old players them, where we all play, we play after we don't stop for play. You can come in as in a lot of capacity there for coming, especially one when a referee. We lack referees at this point in time at the game. You know. So I'll be always there advocate to the president, say let's try get a referee course we will certify. But God so good. We had referee, Mr. Magnus, don't qualified as what you call it, as an expert.
Okay.
He go do a course now, Egypt or Morocco, so I can't recall. But he come back as an expert, wherein he don't certify now for run referee course for train other referees now for help develop the game. So we need, like, if anyone they watch, see me or hear this, are the big old players, you can come in as a coach, you can come in as a referee, but we need referees. We definitely need referees for on the game.
Yeah. And we don't see now the previous league where four chance we win. We see we get possibly man faulty officiating at the beginning, where they say okay we local referees there, no they see this, no this, and it's part of the game. The ref might not see this and he might sit down the blow, and so yeah, we are all humans, we are all liable to mistake. But we did see a huge change of officiating. We come to the start of the league, and then we come to the ending of the league. We reach to the playoff stage, and right now the basketball competition or reach the playoff stages. The last year we fortunately become victorious. We noticed that we reach the playoff stage. Then we go and get the Guineans referee, two referees then from Guinea. We nobody talk English safe, but at least they know how to officiate. You know, the language barrier might not be there, but at least they know how to one language exactly. They know how to officiate properly. And we see the games then between Forshans and that of Titans. The officiating be top notch and all that. And we think it's a very important stage with this now for me. Salon begin to get NBA basketball qualified referees them. We get paperwork for program, not only for say, me a referee, I don't play the game. And as you say, Magnus don't go through that process. Don't be somebody now we get a paperwork for sure. Say, yes, I don't go through this process. I know how to coach referees them. And it's about time now instead of bring them in and make the initiative on you. As it starts them up, it must possibly get a help from the Basketball Federation as well and other teams them. Forget at least referees them. Yes, yes, exactly. So, and if in come up with an initiative, they can bring ex-players, the ex-basketball players them for join that initiatives there. So we get a lot what they go through right now. We then they go through right now because so Mr. and basketball player they say we they go through because I'm part of them as well. Basketball player. I'm not gonna say Olo because
you play. You are once a basketball player. Once a basketball, like they say, once a soldier or once a baller, you always a baller.
Yeah, for sure. And myself done the talk to me younger people them as well when they play sport. You also forget a backup plan. You know. Sports not they go throughout your life. You must get a time where you get for go through some obstacles. I might be here today because I'm lucky enough for get education as well. But as soon as you play, you get for now for balance education in sports and get for correlate. Right now, I still they play sport and I still they go on with me education. Then they very key to we as young people them coming up. And one of the most important things that I can remember is the Ministry of Education. Back then, they give rims to every school, at least these popular schools, they might not say every school, but then school maybe they get rims, ball, and at least how important is it for me not only the Ministry of Sports but other ministry and the partner for at least make sports they go, because it might be too much say the Ministry of Sports gets too much of sports there for handle, you know, but other partner ministry they can come along, like the Ministry of Health can partner with sport, then get this International Day of Sports work with them all do. We involve karate, basketball, football, all them other sports and disciplines that will come. How important is it for me the other ministry that had to collaborate with the Ministry of Sport for help for push sports for before?
Well, one, like we talked about the basketball school earlier, and not just the basketball school. Let's cancel every school sporting activities. Like a thing like a dandy, you know, go left arm say now for the Ministry of Sports. You find law categorized and like you find the Ministry of Sports for the deal with national federations, and that's so their structure. Ministry of Sports, they deal with the NSA, where they deal with all sporting disciplines, but then they deal with either the national federation or the national association. They don't deal with individual clubs or anything. So, like the Ministry of Education, meant for just champion every school sports activity, from football to basketball to karate to boxing to swimming to cycling, whatever. Once not sports, Ministry of Education for able to come inside and help schools, help the athletes them for develop and compete. So like when Ministry of Education they give them him and they I should say now the schools them we get basketball courts, then they supply and give them balls and half of equipment because then gets the facility. They no go give school we no gets run for make a basketball court, it not make sense.
Yeah.
So I feel say the ministry they do a good job for supply schools and they but then therefore just champion the school sports activities from football down to any kind of sports: volleyball, basketball, tennis, table tennis, swimming, karate, whatever. Because I can remember at 10:07 when they go school league they play intersect league, we go inter school karate competitions. Yes, and then Edwards, Prince of Wales go meet up, Lebanese school go meet up, and basketball and go meet up and karate and finals. Then thing and they.
Yeah.
So we finally let the ministry think about that thing and revive them back. But one thing we think you always say, we can the discouraging school sports activities there. We at myself reason with now the picking themselves. Because now some of them school picking are not behave like school picking them. I can remember the last basketball school league we organized in a stadium before late Mukhtar Blazer died. Now been the Players Union organized that inter basketball school league day. Don't forget one school, the Mount Edwards or whatsoever. I don't forget two schools. Some of them go pull gun. So we disarm them. Therefore, run after them because them is so stupid. One hold the gun, the other one may get the magazine. We catch them, run them over to police. So a lot of times people they tell you say the reason why they don't want to do school league and this and that is not because of the violence, which is true. So some of them picking their back where they cause then disruption and therefore then company. We got a lot of athletes in school who want to see perform. But then the gangster they were ready then facing a day for go show off themselves. Go hip fets and run push cars, make people and they go up and down pancreas. But the ministry will appeal, the ministry and the federation, because we self as a federation, they think about running a basketball school league. And no do that without the support of the Ministry of Education. So the ministry for ready for the support all the little initiative there with sporting disciplines they come up with, not just basketball.
And one of the things that we don't do, I don't did notice in recent years, the development of grassroots players them, and we just the focus on right now mostly on Freetown, Now mostly on Freetown they see okay then we'll get an initiative there, say we'll get tryout, just like we previously then we get the tryout for the under 16, and we get the under 16 tryout when we go safe and watch. You understand? Although I don't know able to try out for at that time they become a bigger after the leg one, my ankle injury, me come up back. But I go, I watch and all that. And I notice all the players that they participate in that tryouts, they are mostly players within Freetown, and the Freetown not to salon, we all know Nandi. Yeah. And I think it's about time they begin go to the outskirts of Freetown and begin train players them, educate players them, train players them for make them able to participate in the league. And I want to ask you as a coach of the Cannon Royals basketball club, is it part of una coaching or una get an initiative una they work on for go outside football outside Freetown for scout players them?
Yes. Standing on one initiative where we always get, and as I tell you say earlier, I will not talk about that dates now at this panel, but tell you earlier say with the plan for we female and we Division 2 come after the games, and not just they. With the plan for start up we under 12 team, wherein I don't scout a lot of young boys, because the under 12 no start on both boys and girls, start out with boys first. But the female will go Division 2, they'll go with under 12. The under 12, I get one bobo where they come up from McKinney. Last day it been come for this 2 days officer sponsor clinic. They come for the clinic. So tell me say they go back, they go done this last time, and then in Uncle don't say next academic year if I can continue school now, so it will stay within the confines of Freetown where we will be taking basketball serious. The one thing I can want to say like for the regions, because now why make you see most of the bulk players them from Freetown actually now the game they play. Trade them and get this fallacy or something where then they print to people, and like a lot of clubs then have various regions and at the provinces. we all know say now one or two clubs might come up from them region and they. So the thing not been correct, the math not been hard. So the kind amount of players where then will say then get, then they not get that amount of player then they. Like Kenema, the East, they try. You know, Kenema don't produce Kaba and all, then Ajala, lots of players.
Jari.
They want and the then make record 2 years back when then Division 2 team, Net Superstar, left the region, then Canton can take part in the Waba Division 2 league and they end up winner. Then beat Meridian Hits in the final. Best of 3 or so. Then win the Division 2. So then they say them na the East they try, then they do their homework. McKinney self they try. Bo we don't know what's in the happen there, but we hope them self will, push forward. Connor self they try. Because one team come up from Connor last year, we play na the playoffs. Now we beat Connor self before we lost to Titans. So you see the game we try for decentralize them, and the only way we do that now by the regions they self try for groom a lot of players, groom young players, build them into them various clubs. Them where you like one guy they tell you say gets over 18 players for in Division 2 team. You want to register they all now say no. Split them into two. So you give the Boboden chance for play. The more teams you get, the more games they play, and the more games they play, the more exposed and improved then they become. So the one thing for the provinces, then self need for do their homework, just like how you say the bulk they not free tongue, which is true. The bulk of basketball players then they not free tongue. And for me, the game come on, they spread
Go to the regions and they
small. So with time, then self will pick up the pace and they produce more players for they make them call up then they.
Okay, coach. Before we round up, we don't get a lot of things that are already going within the league, within players, their own welfare and all that. I just want me to round up, like, give you advice. What do you think are some of the things that want to need for tackle, and what are words of motivation for younger players they really look say, yes, I want to play basketball and I want to reach that peak, for example, with Benjamin Dorich.
Okay, first of all, for the young players, I go let them keep hope alive, believe in yourself, believe in your dreams, because dream, like you say, not just a dream until you put them into reality. Where you put in that work where I say no day off. Where you put in that work there for like 5, 6, 8 years, you growing up from probably 13, 14, 15, you put in that work there from 15 till 23, you will reap the benefits. And always put God first. Believe in God, and whatever you do, trust God. Work hard, because the game na developmental process, like you say, Benjamin there and the now. Who knows who might be the next thing we will represent the next under 16 way. Then self get tryouts now. I think it's up. Then they forget the tryouts in June for the next under 16, because Benjamin then not past that stage. So for each and every player, work hard, listen to your coach. Forget about watching the NBA. Watch more EuroLeague and watch college basketball. Now they watch a lot of college basketball because you see action, you see different things, and you learn. And one last thing for the young players: always be a student of the game. Yeah, always be a student, because for us coaches, every good coach could say, in a student, we still learn. Every day we learn something in life, and like you say earlier, basketball. The principles of basketball, they apply to day-to-day life. So believe in God, work hard, be a student of the game, and then no day off. You will reach your side Benjamin Day, or probably surpass Benjamin and all others we don't reach abroad. They play foreign basketball. You go past them if you work hard and believe in yourself.
Thank you very much, coach. And at the round of the program, with within career, every most of the time can say basketball now one of the most reliable sports them. And how hard you work, that's what the basketball is showing you. Like you say, basketball, how hard you bounce the ball, and so how hard did they come back to
They
you.
come back to you.
So all done did is show how reliable this sport is. And that's so with the round of the program, and this not good sport on 103.9 FM. And we don't get a lot of discussion. I would hope for get more discussions about basketball and also other sports them. But I want to thank you to my coach and thank you to my DJ and my right hand DJ Flex and the man behind the screen, Joshua, and also my producer and the fan. I want to thank you. My name is Ishmael Zebangura. I so round up this program today. That's good the last.
We rise every morning with truth in our hands. No more silence. We take a stand for the people who cry for the dream.